has the legs to go higher?
Well, if you look at it from a weekly or maybe even a monthly perspective, the market is actually testing the upper bounds of our range right now. So the range being somewhere around 6,000 to 7,000, right here, 7,100, no? So we're actually testing that upper range right now. And from the way it's looking, from the way the market has been behaving, just from a technical point of view, I think it has legs to break through that barrier this time around. We've tried to test and break above that barrier several times in the last 3 or 4 years, but we just kept on having that resistance. But this time around, we have foreign buying in this market. We have this easing cycle that should power this market higher in the next couple of months.
That's right. From a macroeconomic standpoint, everything is looking good for us. Can you enumerate? I mean, you already mentioned some. What are the biggest factors supporting the market's rise?
Yeah, again, of course, the number one factor would be the easing cycle. No? So we expect a couple of we expect like 50 or maybe even 75 basis points cut from the Fed this year. We expect another maybe 125 basis cut from between January next year to mid-year. So all these rate cuts will be helping the equity markets go higher.
Now, speaking of the rate cuts, investors are anticipating a cut by 50 basis points by the Federal Open Market Committee. Whether it's a cut by 25 or 50 basis points, Miko, what's the message that would send to global markets at 25 and at 50 respectively?
Well, of course, the market wants a 50 basis points cut, no? But of course, if you cut rates by 50 basis points, it will also send the message that maybe you are worried about a hard landing, no? So I'm not quite sure how the markets will react either with a 25 basis points cut or a 50 basis points cut, because it's like the market wants 50 basis points cut, but if you do a 50 basis points cut, you'll be worried about a hard landing. On the other hand, if you do a 25 basis points cut, then it would signal that, okay, everything's all right. But then the markets might get disappointed because it only got 25 basis points.
Okay. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, since the BSP cut interest rates, how have foreign funds been trending? And have they, I know we're still far from pre-pandemic levels, but can you give us a gauge of where we're at in terms of foreign participation in the market?
Okay, so ever since the BSP cut rates like a few weeks ago, no, foreign funds have bought something like more than 13 billion pesos into our market. So that may seem like a big amount, but it's actually just a drop in the bucket compared to the net foreign selling that we've experienced in the last 3 to 4 years. Foreign funds have sold more than 300 billion just in the last 3 to 4 years. So 13 billion versus 300 billion is just, a very small amount.
Now, looking ahead, Miko, as the market has been strengthening, so has the peso. Can you give us your outlook from, taking a look at the charts? Where do you expect to see the PSE index and the peso over the next quarter, perhaps?
Again, the peso is somewhat mimicking what the equity markets are doing. No? So the equity markets are trending up very strong. They're a bit high right now. They're relatively high, just like the peso. The peso is relatively strong and it's relatively high right now. But it does seem like it's still gonna go higher. It does seem like the peso is still gonna strengthen. The dollar is still gonna weaken. From just by looking at the charts, they're still all trending up, and I do believe that I see equity markets still going to go higher and the peso is still going to strengthen from here.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Miko. On another front, onto specific stocks, there was the latest FTSE rebalancing, which saw JG Summit and PLDT being downgraded from the large cap to the mid caps. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, that was the biggest changes in this round of FTSE. Of course, we always have a net outflow for the Philippines, whether it be MSCI or the FTSE, But those are the two biggest changes. PLDT and JG Summit was downgraded from the big cap sector to the mid cap sector. So we expect some outflows there especially come Friday, which is the last day of rebalancing for the FTSE. But if you'll notice, JG Summit has already been strengthening yesterday, and the last couple of days. I think the market is already anticipating that this could be an opportunity, especially for JG Summit.
Okay, now on to another stock. We've been seeing a lot of price action in the shares of DigiPlus as of late. How much do you think this has to do with Senator Gatchalian moving to tighten restrictions on gaming firms?
Right. So of course the market got spooked when the senators talked about a possible ban on the sector. So on not just Pogos but the entire e-game sector. But I think this is very much unlikely. It's possible that there could be more regulations in the industry, but I doubt if a total ban would be in effect for this sector, especially given how big the sector is in terms of employment, in terms of revenues. It is a legitimate sector. It's not like Pogo, wherein you have some criminal activities going on.
Correct. All right. Thank you for your thoughts on the market and more, Miko.
All right. Thank you, Maiki.
All right. Now we're taking a quick breather. Basis points. We'll be right back.
The trailblazers, the disruptors, the titans of the industry.
We should safeguard our tradition.
We've got 53 sites in the Philippines, and each of those sites have been goaled to adopt a community.
Know what drives them as we dig deeper into their stories.
We're also bringing and helping medical tourism.
The government has to support these local farmers.
Industry Beacon on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
Good morning, Attorney Karen.
Good morning, Attorney Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Miss Karen.
Good morning, Karen.
Such a pleasure to be here. If Sara Duterte runs for president, will you be supporting her?
That will be my problem.
Has anything changed?
Of course it has changed.
Okay, it's something that you would consider.
No.
How would you rate administration?
I think a 6 or a 7.
Anong masasabi natin dyan? He's not even denying it. So we know kung sino yung mga involved.
Welcome back to Basis Points. Boeing is halting new hires and considering temporary layoffs to cut costs as a strike by over 30,000 workers enters its fourth day. Boeing is working on a new offer for the union as talks resume this week. To save money, Boeing is suspending most employee travel and non-essential spending. Boeing will also stop issuing most supply orders for the 737, 767, and 777 models affected by the strike. This comes as the airline industry is still recovering from the pandemic. Over in India, a workers group supporting protesting Samsung employees warns of more nationwide strikes if their demands are not met. The Center of Indian Trade Unions says that they will initiate a hunger strike and conduct more demonstrations at other companies if need be. At least 150 workers have been detained as a strike at a Samsung home appliance plant near Chennai escalates. The workers who are demanding higher wages have stopped work at that plant, which contributes about a third of Samsung's annual revenue of $12 billion. Before we go, let's take a look at a nursery in Dubai where children experience advanced artificial intelligence as part of their education. At this school, young students start their day with a greeting from a robotic dog. The children then take part in classes that use advanced technology to enhance their learning. With yearly fees reaching around $22,000, the nursery can invest heavily in this technology.
beyond the traditional basics. We blended the classical education with artificial intelligence high-tech technologies by implementing the interactive tools such as interactive sand table, such as smart tables, robotic dogs that we have at our reception that greet and meet children with their parents at the entry. We believe that and artificial intelligence is not a base to learn and to give a knowledge, but it enhances the creativity and mind of a child to go out of the box and implement that knowledge in a wider world.
And that's it for Basis Points. I'm Maiki Oreta. Stay tuned tomorrow for more news on the financial markets and more. Keep it here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel, always on top.
At BNC, morning means business. The numbers and the stories that drive the economy and shape the world on Basis Points. Weekdays, 9:30 a.m. Cultivate a growth mindset and see where your finances is taking you on Follow the Money. Weekdays, 10:30 a.m. The stories behind successful micro, small, and medium enterprises on Pathways to Success. Weekdays, 11 a.m. Sit down with the trailblazers, the disruptors, and the titans of the industry on Industry Beacon. Weekdays, 11:30 a.m. Business as usual every morning. Only on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. A platter of positivity.
Good morning, you beautiful people. It's a brand new day, and you know what that means.
A cup of the hottest information.
And we're ready to shake the world with fresh news.
And a slice of what to expect for the whole day.
The Vermonts are here, and they're bringing the heat.
That's everything you need to keep you going through the day. Join Paulo Del Rosario, Ann Carrillo, and Monique Tuzon. It's a beautiful day. 7 a.m. on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
The fans for this stuff is just, they're so devoted. And so to be involved in this this new Marvel family is just a very exciting prospect. It's very new. We're still yet to film it. So it was an amazing thing to, bear witness to and, be a recipient of all of that enthusiasm.
Very, very excited. We have an amazing cast, and that's what, when we first started talking about this movie, one thing Kevin and Nate Moore said that they wanted to focus on just getting the best people in the roles. And I'm just excited for everybody to see like what they bring to the screen. Harrison Ford's Harrison Ford. We know, Tim Blake Nelson is Tim Blake Nelson. Giancarlo, that's, those are heavy hitters.
Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What if it's a trap?
Part of the fun is that you're never allowed to talk about anything. For the entire 2 years that you plan doing this movie, and then this is the first time that you're allowed to actually, A, show what you've done and slightly talk about at least some of the people that you've been working with.
Studies show that many small business owners do not take bookkeeping seriously, leaving it at the bottom of their priority list. As a result, some businesses may have strong sales potential but struggle to manage the business as a whole, leading to some failures. Why is bookkeeping important? To help us understand this area of business, we have a certified public accountant and business consultant, Tristan Ian Cristobal. Good morning, Tristan. Welcome to Pathways to Success.
Good morning, Mai.
What is bookkeeping? Explain this to our viewers, and why is it very important for small business owners?
So bookkeeping is actually the recording of transactions. So there are transactions like receipt of cash, payments of expenses. So these transactions should be recorded in the books. At the same time, this will help tracking the business.
So this is the way that you keep track of your business. Kailangan ganito yung proseso.
Correct. Yeah, because it's very important. As I mentioned, the bookkeeping is very important because it will answer a lot of questions by the business owners. How much money? How much cash I have? How much is the profit they made? So it will really answer a lot of questions for them. Based on actual experience, most MSMEs are not aware or they don't have the basic understanding of accounting. So basically, they don't know how to record, they cannot understand the importance of bookkeeping in the business. From time to time, you will need that for business review. What happened? Business owners, may nakalimutan, kukunin niya, kailangan niyang i-review yung mga business documents.
Pathways to Success, a program that supports micro, small, and medium enterprises here on the Billionario News Channel.
Kildan beri mana shu pillachilik sohasida ishlab kelyapman. Mana shu pillachilik sohasida eng qiyin jarayon mana shu pullarni yetishtirib, hosilni bes nobud qilmay terib olish. Unga shikast yetkazmasdan, saralab, chiroyli qilib terib olish kerak. Bu faqat mexanizm emas, qo'l bilan teriladigan narsa. Texnika ishlatilmaydi, hammasi qo'l mehnati. O'shaning uchun hammasini alohida chiroyli qilib saralab terib olib, davlat xizmatlariga yetkazib beramiz.
Главная особенность сектора то, что это в системе управления. Отрасль управляется по, как и некоторые другие сектора сельского хозяйства, управляется, скажем так, по методам, взятыми из советского прошлого, командно-административными методами. В частности, речь идет о том, что фермеров заставляют выращивать эти коконы, то есть им дают грену, яйца тутового шелкопряда, они из него выращивают коконы.
Ana bugun pilla hosili yig'ilyapti. Hammamiz soya salqin joyga o'tirib, qo'ni-qo'shnilar pilla terish hasharni qilyapmiz. Pilla chunki salqinda terilmasa, bu sifati buziladi. O'shaning uchun salqinda terib, mana pillani hosilini yig'ishtiryapmiz. Achilamasangiz ham birozdan chiqaryapmiz mana. Ularni ichidan.
Up next on Billionario News Channel.